This update is sponsored by Movement. Want to look stylish without breaking the bank? Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/theknow. Welcome to The Know. I'm Brian, the head of Nintendo's Russia division, who sounds like he is a real peach to work with, will apparently keep his job after Nintendo investigated his conduct and said he'll instead just get a formal warning. He will not be fired. Yasha Hadaji was investigated by the company last fall after a video surfaced in which he lost his temper, to say the least. He started stomping and swearing during a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe live stream. There were also allegations of harassment in the workplace. This all prompted an investigation by Nintendo of Europe. Now, in a statement reported first by Eurogamer, Nintendo says, while the results of the investigation acknowledge that Mr. Hadaji's loss of temper on display in the video has at times also been observed in the office, none of the allegations of harassment brought forth in the wake of the video were substantiated by the investigation. Nintendo went on to say Mr. Hadaji fully acknowledges that his conduct related to him losing his temper is a breach of our code of conduct and expresses his remorse to all those affected by it. He has received a formal warning and has issued an apology letter to all Nintendo Russia employees. Nintendo added, our top priority is to ensure a safe and supportive working environment for all employees. All right, if you've ever played Red Dead Redemption 2, you're probably familiar with the Pinkertons. They are the detectives that will occasionally hunt your ass down. Well, now Rockstar is being sued by the real-life Pinkertons, saying that they use their trademarks without permission. The Blast website, that's quite a name, almost as good as The Know. Boom! They report that the Did I use the same joke 2 days in a row?
Not 2 days in a row, but pretty close to it.
Man, well... Anyway, The Blast reports that the Pinkerton Consulting and Investigations sent a cease and desist letter last month to Rockstar Games and their publisher Take-Two Interactive. They said that Rockstar used their trademarks like the Pinkerton Detective Badge without permission, and that the Pinkerton detectives in the game, quote, are used as villains, hunting down the game's protagonists. Yeah, no shit. You're playing as outlaws in the games. Yeah, the detectives are going to hunt them down. And if you were wondering, yes, it also looks like they want to get paid too. Funny how that works out. The suit says they are, quote, willing to discuss a lump sum figure. Rockstar filed its own suit saying, here's your lump sum figure. They claim fair use, saying that the game's reference to the historical Pinkerton National Detective Agency and its agents is just one of a myriad of ways that Red Dead 2 accurately portrays the historic 19th century American landscape. So, good luck, Pinkertons. I don't think you're going to get what you want. It's looking like the Resident Evil 2 remake is going to be a hit, at least according to its demo, because it was very, very popular. Get Hype reports that its demo peaked at 11,000 players on Steam. That's nearly 3 times what Resident Evil 7's demo did back in 2016. That's a good indication that obviously people are interested. If those numbers do hold up, it could be the biggest launch in the history of the Resident Evil franchise. The game, it looks great. It's just around the corner. It is out January 25th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows. Now let's turn to games that are less popular than venereal disease. Things have gone from worse to worse for Artifact. Yeah, the game's player base continues to drop off very quickly. The game from Valve launched on November 28th, and within just a few weeks, it had lost 60% of its players. Not the direction you want to go, and it looks like its tailspin is continuing. Now it's lost 97% of its players. The game hasn't even been around for 2 months. On Monday, it dipped to just over 1,600 players. That was its lowest count ever. And that is after they put out an update on December 21st, trying to entice people to play with things like free card packs. Nope, didn't happen. All right, let's end on some good news. Now, Sony and Crossplay aren't 2 words we've used in the same sentence very much this generation, unless you also include the phrase, is being a dick about. But it looks like Sony has backed down on yet another game. Rocket League. Jeremy Dunham, Vice President of Publishing at Psyonix, posted on the PlayStation blog that the long-awaited feature is finally here for Rocket League. He triumphantly wrote, "Yes, players on PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Steam PC can now randomly matchmake with or against each other in all online match types. It is enabled by default, but if you want to check, go to the main menu, select options, then make sure the cross-platform playbox is checked in the gameplay tab. It is available right now, but there's more coming. In an update later this year, they're going to release their cross-platform party system that's going to let you partner up with your buddies on other platforms. Definitely cool." Dunham added, "Today's announcement is an important one for us here at Psyonix because we know how much our community has wanted full cross-platform support for quite some time. It's because of you, our fans, and our generous partners on all systems and services, Sony, that have made this possible in the first place." Now, of course, it's no secret that Sony likes crossplay this generation about as much as Thanos would like the Duggar family. But after outcry from fans in games like Fortnite, Sony has backed down a little bit, so hopefully this is a sign of more to come. All right. That's all the news we've got for you today. Let us know what you think about all these stories down in the comments below. And of course, for all your news from all over the internet, like this video, subscribe to The Know, check us out on theknow.tv. See you tomorrow. Shout out to Movement Watches for sponsoring this update. These watches, they won't shout at you for not standing enough or walking enough steps, and you don't have to charge them every day for them to just tell you the time. There's nobody who disrupts the status quo and looks good doing it quite like the team over at Movement Watches. Movement Watches, sunglasses, and accessories are designed in LA, and the styles are super sleek, clean, and fashion forward. I love this one. It's black. It's got some red accents. It's awesome. It's the best watch I've ever had. Their startup team has made Movement the fastest growing watch company in the world. Tons of people are wearing their products, including us, for good reason. Plus, they're not going to break the bank. Movement is a business developed by a couple of broke college kids, I can relate to that, who figured out they could go online and cut out the retail middleman to offer the best possible prices. So Movement watches start at just $95, where you'd be paying like a few hundred more in a store. Plus, you can get additional bands to change out to keep the look of the watch fresh and coordinated with your style. Movement has shipped more than 2 million watches around the world, more than doubled the watch selection on their store, and they've expanded into sunglasses, which are also great. Even bracelets now. They got everything. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/theknow. That's mvmt.com/theknow.